Had an alert go off, GBPJPY. And so when these alerts go off, I just want to go to my charts, take a look at what's going on, see what I had planned out, and then really just get on the charts and mark up my zones, make sure price is doing exactly what I want them to do. And if it is, take the trade. One thing that I'm trying to get into is actually just trusting in the process a little bit more. And that isn't a process in and of itself, but I'm working at it. And so if you're on this journey as well, you should be working at it as well. Whatever your process you're going through, whatever you are testing out as far as your strategy, it's a process. So let's go look at what my process would be as far as this trade. So if you've watched any of my other videos, I do support and resistance, but I also do 2-candle theory off support and resistance. So looking at this, I had the chart marked up, waiting for a rejection off this top zone up here. So up here in this area, I was waiting for a rejection off this, got the rejection, then had a bullish candle or a bearish candle. I had my alert set on the open of this next candle. So as soon as this candle closed, my alert was triggered and I would be able to get in and look at this. I was away from the chart that happened. I was not able to get in here. This was maybe about 45 minutes ago. I mean, we're almost 3 minutes to the end of this candle close. So obviously I am behind. But what would be my process? My process would be simple. I'm going to mark the close of this candle to the open of this candle. That way I can go down the lower time frame and see stuff. And then I'm going to mark 50% of this body. So looking at that, this is what we get when we zoom in. And understand it's not pretty. You can turn on the magnet. That way you actually get locked on to actual open closes and things like that, but then you got to make sure you turn it off. And so turn off. So that way it does look pretty, but really it's just to measure out what an area looks like. So because I'm on the hour, I'm going to drop down to the 5-minute area. And if I was trusting in this process, that usually a candle forms by creating the wick first before flipping in the direction that it wants to go, I could get to a point where I am entering on areas like this, having a stop loss a little bit above where I think price should not go, and then targeting whatever I want to target, 1-to-1, 1-to-2s, 1-to-3s, whatever it is, whatever ends up making me more profitable than, or gaining more than I lose, then whatever that is. I'm still testing the data with it all. But if I really were to do it, I would go back out to the 1 hour. I'd have my stops a little bit above the high of the previous candle. And by all technicality, I'd have my stops much higher. But I have an alert above that area right there, and I'd go for a 1-to-1. And so what would that look like on the 1 hour? Well, on the 1 hour, this is what that looks like. We'd be almost halfway to the end target of a 1-to-1. Could possibly close early, could possibly just let it go. Because once again, if I'm expecting, okay, prices reacted from this area, we could be coming back to at least test this area here. So if that's the case, then a 1-to-1 should easily be hit if that's the way it's going to go. And so that's one way to look at it. I'm going to continue trying to track these trades and see how well they work whenever I do things like this. And I hope that in whatever process that you are doing, that you are tracking your own trades as well. So that way you can take that data, you can look at it, you can see what's working, you can see what's not, you can do more of what is working and do less of what is not. And that is how you'll get profitable. Now, does your strategy have to win 100, 80, 90, 65, 50% of the time? No, you could have a 30% strategy and you just do really, really well in your risk management. Or you can have a 1-to-3 risk profile, 1-to-4 risk profile, and you can do really well then. You don't need to find the Holy Grail. You will kill yourself trying to find the Holy Grail. There is no Holy Grail. You're going to be taking losses. As much as that goes against our core nature to want to lose, you're going to have to accept that losses are part of the game. And so whatever system you're testing, continue testing it. It doesn't matter if you have loss after loss. The idea is to get the data. Once you have the data, then we can start making choices with it. So if you have a journal and you are trying to find ways to optimize to become profitable and you want to have a good discussion, join me in my Discord, and we talk there. We go over our trading journals. We get on some Zoom sessions every now and then and answer questions that are being asked. And we can continuously help each other along the way. Continuously help each other until profitability. I think we could all get there. It's just a matter of, do we have the determination and the discipline to stick with what we need to do in order to make it happen? I hope you do, and I hope to see you in there.